My dear guys, here comes the lesson plan of the first topic after introduction to biology. And the first topic, guys, or before I go into the first topic, guys, I'll just have the lesson plan. Because remember, guys, in these videos, I'm trying to assist both the teachers and the runners at the same time. So, I'll just take you through the lesson plan of the first topic in junior secondary students ages 11 to 14 years, known as the cell. So guys, welcome to my lesson plan. Welcome to the lesson plan. So guys, let's move. Let's make our move. So, junior secondary students ages 11 to 14, biology lesson plan, the cell. The lesson overview. In the lesson plan, we have topic the cell, grade level is junior secondary, and the duration is 60 minutes. Reference books, the Kenyan Secondary Biology Form 1 by KROB Kenya Literature Bureau, chapters 2 and the chapter is the cell. Sections are structure and function of the cell, cell organelles, and then the third section is difference between plant and animal cells. The next reference book is international. It is Campbell Biology, Concepts and Connections by Jane B. Leche, Mother R. Taylor, and Eric G. Simon and Jean R. Dickey. Chapter 4, A Tour of the Cell, or it is handed A Tour of the Cell, and the sections are section 1 to 3. Section 1 is microscopy and the cell, structure and function of the cell organelles, and cell structure and function. Objectives. Understand the structure and function of the cell. Identify and describe the function of major cell organelles and distinguish between plant and animal cells. Materials needed, you have a whiteboard and markers, projector and computer for slides, handouts with diagrams of cells and organelles, microscope and prepared designs of plant and animal cells if available, and finally chart paper and markers for group activity. Lesson structure. We have the first one is introduction, and that one will take 10 minutes, where you have greetings and then taking attendance. Welcome the students and take the attendance. Icebreaker activity, ask students to name some cells or organs they know and what they think cells do. And then you have the lesson objectives. Briefly explain what will be covered in the lesson. Direct instruction will take 20 minutes, where you have now here the structure and functions of the cell. Present a slide with the basic definition of a cell. For example, the cell is the basic unit of life. All living organisms are made up of cells. Explain two main types of cells, that is, the prokaryotic cells, that is cells without a nucleus, and the eukaryotic cells, cells with a nucleus. I beg your pardon. In this direct instruction there, I overlooked another point there that where we are trying to tell you to emphasize that the focus will be on eukaryotic cells, that is plant and animal cells, in this topic or chapter. So we go directly to the cell organelles. You have the nucleus, control cell activities and contain genetic material or DNA. DNA is short for deoxyribonucleic acid. Then we have mitochondria, another very important organelle, the powerhouse of the cell, which produces energy through respiration. You have ribosomes, sites of protein synthesis. Endoplasmic reticulum, where you have rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is stranded with ribosomes involved in protein synthesis. And then you have smooth endoplasmic reticulum involved in lipid synthesis and detoxification. Continuation of organelles, you have the vacuoles, which occur in both plant cells and animal cells. Storage of nutrients and waste products. Large central vacua in plant cells, while in animal cells you have small vacuoles. Cell membrane is a semi-permeable membrane that controls the movement of substances in and out of the cell. And then you have the cell wall. For plant cells only, you emphasize that, and it provides structure and protection. Next is the Golgi apparatus, which modifies, sorts, and packages proteins and lipids for storage or transport out of the cell. You have lysosomes, which contain digestive enzymes to break down waste. And then you have chloroplast for plant cells only, which is the site of protein synthesis and contains, chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis, not protein synthesis. Guys, I'm sorry. And it contains chlorophyll. Chloroplasts are found in plant cells only. They are the site of photosynthesis and contain chlorophyll. After that, you can go to the differences between plant and animal cells. Present a slide comparing the two plant cells. They have a cell wall, contain chloroplast, and have a large cell vacuum. Then the other slide, animal cells lack a cell wall, do not have chloroplast, and have small multiple vacuoles. Guided practice will take 15 minutes. Here, there will be group activity. Divide the students into small groups. Provide each group with a chart paper and markers. Assign each group to draw and label either a plant cell or an animal cell. Ensure that you include and label the organelles discussed. Class discussion. Have each group present their drawings and explain the functions of the organelles labeled. Independent practice. Distribute handouts with diagrams of plant and animal cells, including questions asking students to label organelles and describe their functions. And this will be your worksheet. Allow students to work on the worksheet individually and then review the answers as a class, which is completion and review. Excuse me, guys. Conclusion, which takes 5 minutes. Summarize the key points covered in the lesson. Questions. Open the floor for any final questions or comments. Homework and assignment. Ask students to write a short paragraph comparing the functions of two organelles of their choice. And finally, closing, thank the students for their participation and attention. Assessment, again, formative assessment, observation during the group activity and class discussion. Summative assessment, evaluation of the worksheet and homework assignment. Extensions and differentiation between the learners you have. For the advanced learners who get very fast, provide additional reading materials on cell biology or assign a project on how cell organelles contribute to the overall functioning of the cell. For struggling students, offer one-on-one support during independent practice and simplify the worksheet if necessary. And then extension activity, if available, use microscope to observe prepared science of plant and animal cells to give students hands-on experience. Reflection of the lesson. After the lesson, reflect on what went well and what could be improved. Gather feedback from students to understand their perspectives and make necessary adjustments for future lessons. And I'm sure this lesson plan will provide a structured approach to teaching junior secondary students about the cell, its organelles, and the differences between plant and animal cells. So that is the end of the video as far as the lesson plan of the topic the cell is concerned. So guys, I hope this video will be beneficial to teachers who will watch it. May I once more ask you honestly to subscribe to this channel, Smart_Traveler Memoirs. Have a like, share, and comment so that we can improve the videos which are going to come next. Remember, this is the first topic in junior secondary. Those students who are between 11 and 14 years, guys. So, bye and see you again.